Hello, happy stampers. This is Kate with Kate's Paper Creations, and it is paper pumpkin time. I took a little bit of a break, but I have a couple of new subscribers and I want to kind of beef up what I was doing. So let me get started with showing you what we have. The paper pumpkin kit this month for January of 2022 is called Kisses and Hugs, and it comes with enough materials to make 10 cards and with envelopes. And I will show you what the cards were designed to look like. Push that out of the way. So they were designed to look like this, and you open them up. They're trifold. That's trying to come off of there. Let's put him back on there. There we go. Isn't that cute? And then you've still got the back that you could either decorate or just leave blank for putting some of your own private words on. And then these are the envelopes with their lovely, I'm getting some glare there. There you go. XO foil, it's in gold foil on the inside, and they fit perfectly in the envelope. So there's enough for 5 of those, and then you can stamp the envelope if you choose to. And then here's the other one, and it looks like that. Isn't that just adorable? I've got some lovely gold foil there and some sticky backed sequins and some vellum and all that. And I'm not going to go through all the contents of the kit, because if you have one, you already know what's in it. You probably couldn't wait to open it, just like me. And so let me show you what I try to do for my paper pumpkin people, is I try to come up with 5 different cards that they can make. Sometimes I love the kits and I make them exactly as they come, and I don't make a single change. And this kit would be one of those. I just really liked the cards. The only thing I might do is change up some sentiments maybe a little bit, because I don't have, you know, while I have casual friends I would send a Valentine to, I don't have lots of mushy friends, lovey-dovey kind of stuff, if you know what I mean. So I might change up some of that. But other than that, this kit is just beautiful as it stands. But I do try to give alternatives, because not everybody has the same tastes. And so I try to come up with either alternatives or some different ways to use the kit, and adding in some other things from your regular crafting, stamping stash, so to speak. So today I am going to show you one card. It's my first alternate card, using some things from the kit and some things from my supplies. So this is the card that I'm going to show you that I'm making today. See if I can get that glare to go away. It's not working very well. Oh well, there we go. So that's what we're going to make. Let me show you how we did it. I started out by punching out all the pieces that are in the kit, and this little piece of paper is left over. And I took my scissors and I cut out each of those, the 2 hearts and the arrow. And we're going to be using one of the hearts and the arrow to make this card, as you can see there. So I don't throw anything away until after I've had some time to be creative with it, because these borders are nice and even. They're easy to cut out. So there's a little tip for you. Now the front of my card is made from the center of an envelope. And the way I do that is I have an X-Acto blade, and I get it started here in the crease of the envelope, and let me get it started here, my blade, and then I just gently run it right down the seam, just like that. See? And we're going to do the same thing on this side. Just got to get it started carefully. Just like that. Then it opens up nice and flat. Okay, and I want a piece that's 4 by 5 1/4 for my card. And so I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer. And the first thing I want to do is I want to get rid of the edge here that's where it's folded, the seam that shows. So I'm going to put it in here and put it just to that side just to the opposite side of that seam, or border of that seam, and make sure it's flat across the top, and give it a quick cut. And so there's that side. Then I want it to be 5.5 going this way, 5.5, because my card is a landscape mode, or not, and so I want it 5.25, excuse me. So I'm going to not take all of it off of this side. I'm going to start by cutting it at 5.5 and just take this edge off all the way down. And then I'm going to flip it over and put it on the 5.25 mark and cut it again. So there's that, and then this needs to be 4 going this way, top to bottom. So again, I'm just lining it all up and keeping it even. Now these two pieces, don't throw them away, because there might be something coming for those as I use them later on. This has just created the piece that's going to go on the front of my card. And for the card itself, I'm using basic white thick. And for the little hearts, we're going to be stamping those, and I'm going to just be stamping them onto a piece of regular white cardstock. And I'm trying to get my hands on one out of my drawer here next to me. There we go. We'll just use this. It doesn't matter. So basic white thick, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4.25. Folded makes an A2 greeting card. We will burnish that edge so that it's nicely folded. And then this one, if you've got, these envelopes have, the paper is a little different than I'm used to. Kind of leaves some little fuzzies along the edge. I happen to have just a little light sanding brush, and I am going to press down the edges where I cut, and then I'm just going to run that sanding brush over them really lightly to get rid of those. There we go. That's all it took. Okay, and then this is going to go on the front of the card with that 1/8 inch white border all the way around, and it's just going down flat with Stampin' Seal. So let's go ahead and do that. As you know, Paper Pumpkin, or maybe you don't know, Paper Pumpkin is a monthly stamping kit. It comes complete with everything to make some type of project, whether it's cards or gift bags or whatever. There's a lot of different variety, and you can always, there's enough in the kit to make whatever it's designed for, but then there's also ways to make the kit stretch out a little further. So like for this, using just some basic white, I recommend that if you're going to subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, that you just invest in some basics like basic white thick for base cards, so that you, if you do end up cutting apart envelopes, which I quite often do, you've got it to make cards, and it stretches your kit. So see, now I've already got enough here that I could probably make a couple, anywhere from 4 to 6 new different cards, and still have the 10 that came with the kit. So it stretches the kit even further, and you get more for your money by taking these pieces that I've cut out and using them. Okay, now we're going to stamp, and Flirty Flamingo is one of the colors in the color palette for this kit. And if you check out my blog, you'll see the colors, all the colors listed that this kit uses. And this is, I've got all the stamps on blocks, which is why I forgot to show you, because I have them all out ready to use. But each kit comes with its own set of stamps. So I'll put this against the white so you can see it. And so these are the stamps that come with it. Love you, for you, friend, sending you love, more, and then there's some hearts and the X and the O. And there's some little dots there too. And here's an arrow. So a nice little variety of stamps there. And I'm going to be using this open heart and the Flirty Flamingo, which is not in your kit, but if you want alternatives, sometimes you have to reach outside of that kit. And I need 3 hearts. So I'm going to stamp 3 of them with the open heart. And then I'm bringing in this solid heart that's also in the kit. And it's not super hard to get that in the center. Just like that. I can usually, when I'm not doing video, I can look straight down on it and it's easier. But I don't want to stick my head in there, so so there we go. And I'm okay with that. It looks fine. Now, this is the next thing I did. In the kit is the stamp that says, love you. And I wanted the word love and you to be separate. So I took my scissors and I cut them. So here's the word love and here's the word you. And you can still put them together and use them as a phrase. It's not the end of the world, because you can still take them off and you can still put them on together on your block like this. Love. Get my U here, and you can kind of see where they were cut, and you can put it on there just like that. And I'll test it and see how well I did. I'm going to use the gray granite, which is what came with the kit. I'm just using my larger ink pad. And let's see. Looks just fine. See? So, but I'm going to take the U off, and I'm stamping love in that one. Then I'm going to turn the block over, and the gray granite, and stamp the word you, and then the word more is in the set, and I'm going to stamp it on the last heart. Got a little bit off, but I'm okay with it. Okay, then I'm just going to take the scissors and we're going to be cutting those out. I should have cut these out ahead of time so you didn't have to sit and watch me cut, but I didn't, so you get to watch. I don't leave white around the edges when I do mine. I just get as close as I can, and away I go. Now here's where I want to tell you about Paper Pumpkin again. Tell you that I'd love to have you subscribe with me. As a subscriber to my Paper Pumpkin, I try to offer at least 5 different cards you can make with the kit or with other accessories in your stamping collection. Give you lots of ideas. The first one always goes out to everyone, but the other 4 go out privately to those who subscribe with me. So if you're interested in that, they're ideas that you won't see anywhere else. I don't copy anybody. I make them originals, and my subscribers get to see that each time. So that's something extra you get in addition to your kit and all the wonderful contents that are in there. So I hope you'll consider subscribing to your Paper Pumpkin with me, and you can do that by going to my blog at katespapercreations.org. The link will be in the description below, and you can check it out there. And there's a button in the post for today that will take you right to the page where you can order Paper Pumpkin. You can order it in month to month, 3-month, 6-month, or 12-month. And through the month of February, you've got till February 10th to order the February kit. And if you order the 6-month, I believe, or the 12-month, you're going to earn some points and be able to get some free stuff out of the Celebration catalog. So that's something to think about. But month to month is perfectly fine. Okay, now we're going to do some attaching. And so for these fine lined pieces, I'm just going to bring in a piece of scratch paper, and I use my handy dandy Zig 2-way squeeze and roll pen and put some glue around the edge. I really like this pen. I'm sorry it's not Stampin' Up, but it works really great when I have delicate pieces that are hard to put glue onto, because I can control it so much better. And I'm just going to center it right on this card, just like that, and press it into place. Just like that. Yeah, you can see it there. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the arrow. It's just going to lay flat. And so we'll get some glue on that. Come here. And we'll get that laid on there. And again, I just kind of tried to center it. I gave it a little bit of an angle, as you can see. There we go. And these little hearts I put on with the mini dimensionals that are in your kit. I don't know where my other pad was in the wet. And I put 3 of them on each, so they're very well supported. Like that. Those stuck to me wrong, so we'll just get rid of them. I had to totally rearrange my stamping room the other day because my son bought me a laser cutter for Christmas, and so I had to totally rearrange to make room for it because it's 20 inches by 40 inches. Had to build a special table for it. And if you subscribe to my channel, you'll start seeing some projects that I'm going to be making with that in between my card videos that I will always do, because I love my card videos and I love Stampin' Up. So there we go. There's the love. Then I just kind of overlapped the U part just a little bit with that. And then the more went right down here, all staying within the heart. And there's the front of the card. Isn't that lovely? And it's just something different you can do, and how the way you can stretch it out. Then I took on the inside, I took that open heart, and I stamped a couple of hearts inside like this, and I used that love you again, and this time I'm going to just use the pink love, turn it over, and you for the inside of the card. And there we have it. There's today's card, an alternative to your paper pumpkin of January 2022. I hope you will consider subscribing to Paper Pumpkin with me if this is the first time you've seen it and you aren't subscribed yet. I'd love to have you be a part of my group, and you'll get those exclusive alternative videos that I'll have for you each month that I will send you the link to. Thanks for stopping by.